Hi, I'm Kyle.
And I'm Josh.
And we're
Fear the Queer,
a podcast that talks about everything on our gay agendas, from politics and media
to race and relationships. So sit back, relax, as we spill the tea.
Fear the Queer. That was beautiful.
That was good.
I know. Thanks.
Good evening, listeners, and welcome to episode 3 of Fear the Queer.
On today's episode, we will be discussing our unpopular opinions.
Or in other words, what may get us banned from the LGBTQ community.
Ooh, controversy. But before we begin, Josh, what are we drinking tonight?
We are drinking Red for Filth. It's a delicious tequila cocktail that will get you in the mood to fight your best friend.
And you can find the recipe on our Thirst Trap section on Instagram.
Cheers, queers!
That's a lot of tequila.
That is a lot of tequila.
But popular opinion, I'm into it. So, before we get into the heart of our gay agenda, we have a new segment I like to call Read My Rainbow.
Read my rainbow. Kyle just made a really sad face at me.
Well, for the Read My Rainbow segment, we're going to be talking about something that happened in our queer lives, our rainbow, and then the other is going to give their unqualified opinion that will probably be shady.
So in other words, we cannot talk about our heterosexual lives on this.
No, we save that for the high holy days.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, since this is a new segment, I thought I'd start off.
Oh, shocking.
I know. First things first, Kyle. So, my rainbow is my little story that happened actually this past weekend.
Okay.
So, well, to set up that so for listeners who don't know, Josh and I both bartend. Together, not separately, but we both bartend. And there was a day that I was working. It was actually President's Day. And this guy came in, and he was very nice. We flirted a little bit. We watched kids' baking championships together. I got him drunk on 2 beers. It was nice, but it lasted for like 4 hours of me working and serving him. I know, like serving. Like he was laughing at my jokes, and I was like,
"Aw, how polite of you."
I know, right? So rude. So then, on Saturday, I ended up going to a drag show at Mary's Attic, and as the show was ending, I actually saw him. He came. He was there.
Oh, he was there.
Yeah, no, he
performing.
No, he wasn't performing, but he came to the show, and he saw me, and his name's David, and he was there with a friend, and so we talked a little bit. But I guess the question I have for you is should I have danced with him or give him my number out? Because I kind of wanted to keep my distance. I'm like, there's a customer-bartender relationship that I don't want to cross the line. I want to...
Wait, what?
Well, I don't want to... I want a tip, but I don't want his tip, if you know what I mean.
Was he cute?
He was okay. He was cute because he thought I was cute.
Okay. You wouldn't sleep with him?
I never said that. I mean, I might sleep. I would be willing to sleep with him because he laughs at my jokes.
I mean, it's been 8 years since...
It has been 8 years. So that's my little rainbow.
So you didn't talk to him the entire night?
No, I talked to him. I said hi.
And that's it?
We flirted a little bit, sort of.
Was he into you? Was he showing interest?
That is very hard for me to tell. I honestly can't tell. Because...
Was he sucking your dick? You're like, I don't know what's between us.
I was just his mouth fell there, and it feels good. I honestly
don't know.
I just don't know. I'm so confused. No, I can't tell because I can't tell if people are being nice. If it's oh, hey, you work at that bar, and you were super nice to me, so we should talk and be friendly with each other. Or if it's oh, hey, it's Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody.
Well, you can tell when someone's into you by just...
Can you tell?
By flirting with them.
I flirt with everyone.
No, you don't.
Yes, I flirt, and that's why I can't tell.
Okay.
Now I feel red.
I was just yeah, sure, Jan.
Should I have talked to him?
With Kyle's past history, I know for a fact that he does very well at self-sabotaging. So I'm pretty sure this guy was giving him signals all night. He was probably rubbing his nipples in Kyle's face.
No!
And Kyle's just I think I'm just gonna go home and eat Subway.
I'm just going to go eat Subway. Tuna sub, please.
Did you eat Subway that night?
Yes, I did. And it was delicious.
Yeah.
It was a good +1. But he was there with a friend.
What?
And the friend was not being a good wingman. The friend was not
So there's never been a night where we've gone out with our friends and one of our friends wasn't a good wingman and you still wanted to hook up anyway.
I mean, that's happened, I guess.
Plus,
but
why do you need a wingman?
Okay, but no, I don't need a wingman.
Did you want to sleep with him?
No, not really. But I think.
Then what's the issue?
Because
why are we talking about this?
Because it's my rainbow. What's the line of if I was oh, we should follow each other on Instagram? That's friendly, right? But I also didn't want what if he took it the wrong way? What if he was oh, I want more than an Instagram follow? I'm just kind of thinking
that's when you talk to him. That's when you figure it out. I mean, there is no, I mean, you know me. There's no thing between, a customer and a bartender. I slept with other bartenders at our job, so...
Well, Joshua, so, you would be okay with, if a customer came in, and then you saw them outside of work, and they, flirted with you, and you were, kind of into it, but not super into it, you would be okay with that?
Yeah. If I didn't want to sleep with them, I wouldn't sleep with them, but
I know, but I felt, not bad, but I was all right, well, we're both here, and alone, and... I'm gonna be just cute over in the corner and...
Shocking. This is the same guy who went to RuPaul, watched it by himself, flirted with a 21-year-old, and the next day the 20-year-old didn't even talk to him.
Okay, I will say, so that's another story. But I was not by myself to watch the RuPaul's Drag Race, but I did watch RuPaul's Drag Race, and then after it ended, I was, perusing the bar, as one does when your friends leave, and I was feeling okay, well, I've had, a few drinks that the bartender has given me, so I feel a little saucy. And, next thing I know, someone bought me a shot of tequila and started talking to me, and then I was how old are you? And he goes, 21. And I felt oh my God, am I? But I think I give, I've asked people, they said that I give off a young aura.
Who were these? Senior citizens?
No, they were fellow young people.
Your mom and dad.
They were 21 and 22. That's young. That's young and free and stuff. Do you think I give off a young aura?
I mean, all I think about is when we were in the middle of market days and you were just standing there and eating your corn dog, being I want to go home.
But I was happy.
That's a young aura.
That's a young aura. We were the youngest out of everyone.
Yeah.
So
that's true. I think, you know me. I think you self-sabotage. I think you were given, very clear signals. I feel there was, a runway with lights headed straight to his butthole.
Oh!
It's
See, now that just, it makes it more appetizing for me to just go get a sub.
So you would go down the runway with lights if there was a subway
If there was a sub at the end, yes. Okay. I think it was more what if he came back into the bar? Mm-hmm. And, was so remember that night?
I had to work with the guy the next day.
Well, I would be
we don't talk anymore.
Mortified. See, maybe, okay, so that you've read me, but I don't think it's good advice. Unpopular opinion.
I never said it was good advice.
No, it scares me. I'm I don't know.
If there's anything, do not come to me with relationship advice. I would say do the wrong thing.
Okay, well, what's your rainbow? What's your story? What's your 411?
Well, I guess the main thing that's going on in my life is I currently have been dating this guy for over a month now. Mm-hmm. He makes me very happy. I like him a lot, and we actually have a lot in common. I told you about on Valentine's Day we got each other the exact same gift.
Yes.
Which is kind of disgusting.
You did tell me about that.
It kind of bugs me that's kind of adorable.
Yeah, no, you texted me, and I was just that's so cute and stupid.
Yeah. So anyway, so he is a new puppy dad. He's never owned a dog before, and he just got a rescue dog.
So it makes sense for him to get a dog.
Right. Oh, yeah.
He's just I've never had a dog, so
I'm just going to get a dog.
Yeah, why
not? So the dog clearly needs to be trained a little bit better because whenever we get intimate with one another, making out, hugging, anything, the dog will freak out and will start howling and screaming.
Howling?
Yeah, it's and the only way you could calm him down is if you hug him in the middle of you and my boyfriend. And I'm just okay. So the other day I was thinking about being intimate with him. And
were you with him, or you were just thinking about it?
Well, I was thinking about it because we weren't together at the time.
Oh, okay, so you were just thinking about it.
I was thinking about it, and I was just oh my God, am I going to have to, coddle this dog while we're trying to have sex? What's going to happen?
Pet its head?
Right. I just, is Is he gonna be the pet in the corner watching us?
Yes, he is.
Oh.
I
feel like I'm kind of jealous of this dog because I'm just like, I just want attention.
Okay, this is what I have to say. I think that you need to throw the dog and your boyfriend a bone. Wink, wink. And like,
ow,
ow. Like, that's the sound when you're. I don't remember what I was going to say. I feel like this dog definitely has some issues.
Yeah.
And I think
I kind of resent it.
I think you're jealous of the dog.
Yeah.
I think that you know it, and like literally, you should throw it a bone. You should give it like a chew toy or something like that.
Yeah.
Or just like throw a dildo at it.
Yeah.
And just
you
like,
just play with this.
Play with this.
It vibrates.
Because we're going to later. And I mean, maybe I wouldn't.
But like,
say,
it's also unsexy too, because it's just like it kills the moment. Because then it's just like, oh, we have to take care of this dog.
Yeah.
Well, I want to get off.
Well, you can still get off, and then when he comes back, you'll be like, I already finished. I think that's what you should do. I think you should be like, all right, well, you go walk the dog and pick up its poop. I'm going to jack off in here, and then you can come back and decide if you're still interested. I most likely will also fall asleep in your bed, and you won't be able to move me. So that's my advice to you.
And I say,
So, looks like we both have, different ideas of what we should do in a relationship. Clearly, your Aries is like, just do it. And my Leo is like, self-fulfillment and, make them want more.
I guess.
So on to the main part of our gay agenda, our unpopular opinions.
Yes.
So why are we doing unpopular opinions?
Well, I guess for me it's just that a lot of people just kind of have these stereotypical views of like what gay people like in general.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I do feel like those opinions have been changing and fading in recent years, but there are still things, even like amongst ourselves and like amongst our gang, like it's just like if we say it, we're just like, what?
Oh,
like
yeah, no.
You're a gay who doesn't watch RuPaul? Like what?
Well, I don't fuck with that, but no.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, what is your first unpopular opinion?
I am not a Broadway gay or a musical gay on any level.
I mean, I think it's okay not to be into musicals, but I think it limits you to say that you hate them outright.
I never said I hated them outright. I just said I'm not into them.
Because, you liked Fun Home.
I did like Fun Home. That was it.
You like the Sound of Music.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's like a musical film. I'm talking about like going...
like live theater?
Yeah, like musical theater, going there.
What is it that you can't like expend, like
Well, okay, let me just break it down.
Okay, we'll break it
down. Rent, great music, hated the film adaptation of it. Wicked, I think, is a little overhyped.
Now that's an unpopular opinion.
That is an unpopular opinion. Hamilton, I want nothing to do with that.
But you haven't seen these shows.
No, I have. Well, I've listened to the soundtrack.
But that's different.
It is. And I've gone to musicals. I've gone to Fun Home. I went to the adaptation of Aladdin when it came here. I don't know.
You just don't like the drama and conflama of it all.
It feels so good and...
Oh, so you don't like it because it's feel good.
Well, it's
that
just
it's like something happy.
I don't know, it just feels emotionally manipulative in a lot of ways. Like, it's just like...
It is.
Yeah.
It's an art form to make you feel good. That's a nice thing. That's nice.
Like, and here's another unpopular opinion that ties into it. Like, Barbra Streisand, she's a fantastic singer. I wouldn't listen to any of her music.
That's a very unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
Well, okay, here's the thing, is I think for Barbra, like, I'm not like a diehard Barbra fan, but you totally have to recognize like how talented and and like her career has just like...
I'm not saying she doesn't deserve all the recognition.
But you won't like listen to like...
But I'm not gonna sit
Memories.
there. No, Memories.
Yeah, Memories.
Memories?
Does she sing that?
From Cats?
No, she sings the what's that song?
Speaking of which, Cats is awful.
I agree with that. I'm not excited for the film adaptation of Cats.
No.
And as much as you like Cats, it's
I know.
still not good.
As much as I like Cats,
it's not good.
Like Cats. I like Cats. Les Mis is completely overpraised.
Okay. No, okay. I think so. So like when you saw Les Mis, you weren't like one more dawn. Like you didn't like feel that like in your guttural. Okay, so what gives you that guttural experience?
Horror movies.
If you say Hereditary
in
this podcast,
actually you said it before I did.
Well, I like to shoot the gun before I find a target. What? I'm alone.
No, like I love. If it was I want to see Carrie the musical. I want to see that. That looks amazing.
Does it though?
I don't know.
Does it though?
It's a horror movie.
Did you watch the Riverdale when they did Carrie the musical?
The Riverdale, the Carrie.
When they did Carrie the musical. No. Did you watch it?
No, I haven't seen. Since.
The music's not great. The music's not great.
Oh.
But maybe you just like things that aren't that good.
Well, I don't know. It's like the same thing as like Glee. I think Glee is very, very bad.
Okay, so here that goes into one of my unpopular opinions.
Yeah. Okay, I figured.
I think so. You know me. I always joke when I hear a song. Glee did it better, and I think that Glee has a special place in my heart because it was one of the first times I saw gay characters on TV.
You never saw Queer as Folk as a kid?
No, not as a child. You saw Queer as Folk as a child?
Yeah.
Well, that explains why you're a bitter old gay. No, but I was watching Glee and it just means a lot to me. And here's my unpopular opinion. I think that Glee, not outright, but they do have songs that they did better than the originals.
No.
I have a list.
No.
I have a list.
No.
Mama, I got a list. Are you ready?
No.
I have a list.
All right.
I Dreamed a Dream from Les Mis. So, of course, you're going to hate that anyways.
Yeah.
But they did do it better. I love that they made it into a duet between Lea Michele and Idina Menzel. Oh my god,
two people who I do not like.
Why?
I hate Lea Michele. I hate her voice. I hate Rachel Berry as a character. I think she is so vastly overpraised. Like, what the hell? Like, Amber Riley and Naya Rivera, two way better singers than Lea Michele ever could be.
Okay, but I heard that there was, like, drama on the set with, like, Naya Rivera. I heard she was, like, kind of messy.
Well, I mean, I'd rather have a messy star than Lea Michele who... Like, I'm sorry, but where is she now?
Where are any of them?
That's true.
Yeah.
But at least, like...
Two of them are dead.
But don't... Oh. Rest in peace, one of them.
Yeah, right. But I have more. I have more from Glee.
Oh.
I have more. I believe that Teenage Dream, sung by Darren Criss, is really good.
That is. I don't think it's better than the original. I think they actually are very good pop songs in very different ways.
Like, I feel good about that.
Yeah.
I feel good about that because
that is the one Katy Perry song I will fuck with.
Same.
Yeah.
I also like Waking Up in Vegas. Do you like that one?
Out of all the songs...
I don't like Katy Perry, but there's something like, that's what you get for... It's like, it's poppy.
All of her songs are poppy.
I don't know, but that one does something for me.
That's like saying, oh my god, Roar is edgy.
Roar, no, that song is garbage. That song is not good. Keep Holding On. When
How dare you insult Avril Lavigne?
She's dead. and her, like, replacement is out there somewhere. But Keep Holding On, that one is so good. It's like when they find out, like, what's her name? Quinn is pregnant. And they're like, keep holding on to the baby.
Pro-life.
Pro-life. Oh, God. Now I don't know how I feel about it now. What about, Don't You Want Me, Baby?
I will say that is
fuck with that?
That is a good cover.
Yeah, no, that's good, right?
Yeah, but it's only because I actually think the original isn't actually that good of a song. I think the production is kind of weak. It's like
and then like amp it up for Glee.
Yeah. It's with two of the people I fucking hate from Glee. But,
what is it that they're just like talented?
No, it's just the fact that they're just so fucking showboaty.
That makes sense why I like them then.
I know. Like, Rachel's just all about, like, oh my god, I'm the best. And Darren Criss, like, his character...
no one likes her on the show, though.
I know. She deserves all the hate she gets.
No!
Yes!
Why are talented people constantly hated on? Is that why you hate musicals? They're just so talented.
They're just so talented.
You're like, I don't like the musical. They're just too good. I'm gonna make a musical for you that you can be the star, and you're like, I hate the musicals. I'm a grumpy man.
Like, what is this? Like, old man?
Well, I want to have it in a range that you can sing. So
not very much. Okay, what are the other songs?
Well, the last one I definitely stand true to is Last Christmas.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Well, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Wham? You think Glee's version is better than Wham?
I think that it's really good. I don't know if it's better than Wham.
I'm about to throw this red drink on your blue shirt.
But you're not going to do it because, one, that's too patriotic, and two, you don't want to waste that.
That's true. This is really good.
It is very good. I already drank mine.
Hello.
I know, already gone.
Oh.
No, I think that's really good. And I also like the production of it is when they're like walking through the Christmas trees.
Oh my god, they walk through Christmas trees?
You don't like happiness. Why don't you like happiness? That's
what?
like happy
it's just so fucking saccharine and sweet and
sugary. Well, this is unpopular opinions, and that's one of my opinions.
I feel very attacked!
I feel very attacked right now. But that's, honestly, like, I don't even care. I think Glee has a place. Yeah, it was a hot-ass mess the last 2 seasons, or maybe the last 4 seasons, or maybe...
Of, like, anything after the first season.
I know. But, like, I enjoy it, and it has a special place in my life. So,
okay.
I mean, I can't help it. I mean, there's, like, tons of shows out there that people don't like.
Like, oh, actually, that segues into mine. This is my unpopular opinion. Okay. I know you're gonna hate it.
Well...
I think Sex and the City is an incredibly outdated and somewhat dull of a show.
I agree with half of that.
Okay. Granted, I've never seen Sex and the City up until...
Then you can't... Oh, go ahead. Sorry. I got real excited that I was going to just be like, I got you, bitch!
Until last year. And
you are the father, Maury!
I've been trying so hard to, like, sit through that show, but oh my god. Half the time, I don't even like any of them. I think Carrie is super self-centered and
she is
super indulgent and unlikable half the time. I think Samantha, I think her views are incredibly outdated, and for someone who like acts like, oh yes, like I'm just like so.
It was also like 2001.
I know, 1998 basically.
Yeah, but it went on for 6 years.
Yeah, Cynthia Nixon is probably the most tolerable because she probably is the one who could translate the most into the modern day's world. Mm-hmm. But even then, it's just like, oh my god, get the stick out of your ass every once in a while.
Oh my god. And then, maybe the dog is watching her.
Yeah. And then Charlotte. I mean, I don't have to really explain much why Charlotte can be unlikable.
Because you see yourself in her?
That too.
Okay, this is how I feel. Hold on,
I'm not done.
Okay.
At the time, sure. I feel like, yes, it was a very progressive show for what it was at the time.
Yeah.
But in this day and age, I don't think it holds up, and I don't understand why people still hold it onto that huge legacy that it is, because it is not intersectional on any level. It doesn't have anything to do with women of color's issues, ever. I also feel like the views of feminism at the time are also still really... I feel like they're outdated now, in these days. And third, again, I just think sometimes the plotline is just like, okay, cool. Like, yet another episode of them talking about Mr. Big. Like, who the fuck cares about him?
Well, okay, so here's how I feel about it. Because obviously, that is an unpopular opinion.
A very unpopular opinion.
Very unpopular opinion. But good for you. You don't care about being popular, and it shows.
You have one friend.
And you're here, and I'm mean to you. And I mean, okay, I agree that it is not intersectional whatsoever.
No.
Even the queer characters on the show are...
very one-dimensional.
They're very one-dimensional, yes. That being said...
Like, what is that? What's his name? Like
Stanford,
yeah.
You've seen, like, 4 episodes. You're like, what's the one bald gay name?
I was like, Franklin?
No, that's a turtle.
Oh,
you remember the turtle on Nickelodeon? Yeah.
Okay.
Another gay. No, I feel like people like these kind of shows. They like these shows where you can, like, the characters are very much thought out, and they're very like, okay, well, obviously you're a Samantha or you're a Carrie.
Yeah.
People like that, and I think that's fun, and I think people still relate to that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I think that there's some really funny writing in the show.
I'm not saying it's not intelligent.
Yeah, for me, I think that the writing can be really intelligent, and I think that especially things that Miranda, like Cynthia Nixon's character, like does and says and acts out in the show, you could have that today and it'd still be good. You know,
like her choking on the chicken.
Her eating cake out of the garbage.
Yeah.
Her like hooking up with her neighbor.
Yeah.
there's like a lot of things that I really enjoy about that character.
I do think Miranda is probably the best one out of the 4.
Oh, definitely. I think that like
I think Carrie's character is so insufferable though.
But like but sometimes she's supposed to be kind of the every person. You know, like the every woman who can watch and be like, oh my god, Carrie. Like everyone thinks that they're a Carrie. They don't, or they don't.
I don't think they should
know.
be.
But I mean, like, I think that there's a lot of intelligence in the writing. I can understand the issues with intersectionalism and the kind of outdated feelings on feminism, people of color, caricatures of people of color are all really bad in the show. But, you know, if that show was made today and you just kept the storylines, but maybe, like, changed all the things that are really fucked up, people would still watch it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be girls. Like, it wouldn't be, like, Lena Dunham. Like, okay, here's the thing. I think it's less, like, that version, like, Sex and the City is a version of a world that some people don't encompass or live in. Like,
right.
I don't,
right.
Obviously, because I'm not, like, a straight white woman living in New York in my 30s in 1998. But
successful.
Or success. Oh. Oh, bitch. But, like, I feel as though there are things that people can connect to personality-wise.
Yeah.
And I think it's less...
Well, I even said I identify very hard to Charlotte.
Oh, and like, it shows, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think that there's an episode where... I have to go back and watch it. I know you won't. But it's, like, where Charlotte's, like, trying to have sex and the dog is watching.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that actually does happen.
Oh,
or maybe it's that she buys a dog. There's something that happens. It's wild. But I think that Sex and the City does have a place in pop culture history and television history.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's less that people, like, we don't need another Sex and the City. And I think that's the problem, is people keep reimagining the idea of Sex and the City by putting, like, 4 white women together, or 3 white women, or whatever it is, together, and they're like, oh, we're just trying to live our lives and date. Mm-hmm. It's like, maybe change it a little bit. Maybe have it be, you know, 4 black women, or have 2 Asian women, or have 2 gay characters. You know, like, the plot line needs to change, but I think people are just trying to reinvent Sex and the City.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is the issue.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's a lot of, like, there's a legacy behind the show that if it was just, like, people looked at it like, that was a brilliant show for what it was at its time.
Yeah.
That would have been like, okay, I respect that. I like the show as it is. Great. But there's a formula of Sex and the City that people keep trying to reiterating, and it doesn't work. And it's because the show is dated.
Yeah, it's like
you don't do Brady Bunch these days.
Right. It's like let it just be like that, like, moment in history and television history.
Stop making movies and stop trying to do, like, the sequel. Stop trying to do all that bullshit.
You know, Kim Cattrall is never going to do a movie again.
Good.
I mean, that's a whole nother drama.
Yeah.
But I think that it does have a moment because I like Sex and the City.
Right.
But I also recognize the issue with it. So, like, I get that, like, unpopular opinion wise.
Well, for me, it's just, like, it'd be, like, it's kind of just, like, when movie executives are just like, we're gonna make a 4th sequel to, like, Toy Story, or we're gonna do this. It's like,
it's
stop,
like not needed.
Stop fucking with it.
Just stop fucking with it. Like, if people just, like, let Sex and the City be and let people be fans of Sex and the City, great. Right. But instead they keep trying to make shows that are similar to Sex and the City, and it just doesn't work. And instead it doesn't give opportunities to other people that can represent a larger group.
Right. Exactly. And that's why I think, for me, it's just the hype around Sex and the City is really dull.
My job here is just to kind of, like, dissect why you're an upset little one. I'm just like... I
haven't eaten.
I'm like, really? Because I saw those 2 boxes of chicken nuggets that were empty.
I'm happy.
Yeah. No, because I think that there's, like... I'm like, well, why don't you like musicals? Is it because you're unhappy?
Is it because you were abandoned as a child?
At a musical? Okay.
My parents were shot and killed at a musical by the actors.
Oh my god. It was like Donny Osmond and Joseph. And
Donny and Maria Osmond murdered my parents.
It's Marie, but I love Maria. I like Maria Osmond. Now starring Maria Osmond. How do you solve a problem like Maria? Do you know that?
Sound the Music. I just saw that last year.
Sound the Music.
I said Sound the Music.
Oh, I thought you said Sound the Music.
Sound the Music.
And it was like letting me know, like, turn the music on, baby. Well, I mean, yeah, I agree. I think that Sex and the City does kind of try to keep their legacy alive.
Mm-hmm.
But that kind of goes into one of my unpopular opinions.
About what?
Someone who also wants to keep their legacy alive.
Oh.
Oh my god, I feel like
If you're coming from Mariah Carey, I'm gonna...
No. Mariah Carey is great. Because she actually, like, writes her music and can sing. Yeah.
Thank you.
I am coming for Britney Spears. Okay. Hear me out.
Are you a Christina fan?
I'm actually neither fan.
Oh.
I mean, to be fair, I grew up in a household that didn't really listen to, like, top 40 pop music when I was a kid. My closest memory in my childhood to Britney Spears was 2 moments. One, my friend Julian, when I was, like, in 3rd grade, he was obsessed with Britney Spears.
Yeah.
He is straight.
I think straight guys can be obsessed with Britney.
He had a Britney Spears Barbie doll that he had locked in like a fireproof safe. So when I was like, oh, Britney Spears, she's a Barbie. And then we were listening to like the Christian radio station, and I forget, like Jars of Clay played or something like that. Do you remember any of this? Yeah. Okay, like growing up Catholic. Yeah. So the DJ, she was like, well, I was at an executive's house, and Britney Spears' Baby One More Time started playing. And she's like, hit me, baby, one more time. I don't think so. And that stuck with me. So, like, growing up, like, I don't hate Britney. I think Britney serves a place in the greater scheme of things. And I will leave Britney alone. But I'm just kind of mad to her. I don't know why.
But do you think she's overly praised?
I think that no.
I think she's appropriately praised.
I think she's appropriately praised. I think within like the conversation within the LGBTQ community, especially with gay men, they love Britney Spears. And I'm just kind of like, Like she doesn't do anything for me.
Like she's no Cher or Madonna by any means.
No,
she doesn't. I mean to be fair though, I mean Madonna especially has had some problematic issues herself.
Yeah,
but,
beyond that. But yeah, I just think that, like, Britney Spears, the only time that as, like, an adult, like, queer person that I was, like, feeling her was when I watched Crossroads for the first time, like, 2 years ago.
Oh my god.
Like, 2 years ago. And I was like, okay, I get it. Like, I like Britney. She seems like a sweet person.
Yeah.
But when it comes to, like, pleasant music, but, like,
dancey, fun.
I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't, like, she just seems like, I don't know.
Is it because it seems like she had a lobotomy?
No, that is so harsh. I think that she has a brain. I just don't think it's huge. I think she's like a really sweet person.
Yeah.
I just think
every celebrity who talks about her like adores her.
Right.
Yeah.
So I know that I would like her. I just am like as a person, but like I don't have that like feeling when like we're at the club or something and. Like,
even when Work Bitch comes on?
Like, I like it, I have fun to it, but I'm not like, oh my god, Britney's my end-all be-all, I want to die.
I don't think anyone really is.
I dated someone who was a hardcore Britney Spears fan.
Okay.
And he was like a diehard Britney Spears fan, and we would listen to Britney Spears in his car all the time, and I was just like, I'm not really into it. It's like, okay, she's fine. And he's like, you don't like Britney? And it made me feel so self-conscious, because I was just like,
but, I mean, think about, like, her career. Like, obviously, Baby One More Time. Obviously, Toxic. Oops, I Did It Again. Work Bitch. Give Me More. Till the World Ends.
Well, that's, like, how I feel about her. I want her to give me more. And I think that she's kind of, like...
But what is she missing? A personality? That it?
No, I don't know. I think it's just, like, it feels like... She does what she does, and she does, like, a good job at it. But it's just good. Like, I don't know. There's nothing that is, like... I don't need controversy. I don't need her to, like, come out and be, like, you know, say or do something crazy. I just wish that there was, like, I don't know, something.
I will say this.
Yeah.
I do think Britney Spears, out of every pop star that you could mention, is probably the most of a blank slate out of anybody, and that includes Katy Perry and Taylor Swift.
So it's, like, easy for, like, producers to kind of form her? Or...
Well, I mean, you can project any fantasy onto her. You know what I mean?
Is that one of her perfumes?
Right. Like, if you were, like, a little white girl in the middle of America, or any just white girl, or any just girl.
I'm right here.
Yeah, any girl in America could probably watch Britney Spears and see, like, some form of themselves on her.
I guess so.
Well, in a way. Like, she makes
Yeah.
it so very easily digestible because she doesn't really...
She's like a Barbie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
okay.
She's vanilla ice cream.
I
she's...
with sprinkles.
Yeah.
She has sprinkles. But that's the thing, you can add anything to vanilla ice cream and it still is good.
Right, you can add chocolate sauce to it, you can add, sprinkles, and it's still...
Is Kay fed her chocolate sauce?
Oh my god. That's like the hot Cheetos that you put on vanilla ice cream.
Like dipping hot Cheetos into vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's an unpopular opinion I have. I'm just kind of meh.
But you're not a Christina, like, stan?
No.
Okay.
No, my pop stars are, like, either from the Motown era or Dolly Parton. And they're not even, like, pop stars or anything.
Because this is unpopular opinions. Who are your go-tos?
Dolly Parton, Aretha Franklin, Diana Ross, Cher, ABBA.
Okay.
But that's not like a pop, like, that's like disco. But yeah, no, that would be like my,
pop.
like, those are like my, like, top, like, older, like, pop diva, top 40. Even though Dolly Parton's not necessarily, like, top 40 necessarily.
Right.
I guess, like, currently... I will always love Robin. I will always love Robin.
Hot take, I don't think she's that great.
Okay, that's your unpopular opinion, and it's wrong. And, no, I think, well, for me, it's like, she has a place in my timeline.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, I listen to her music, like, a lot, and it, like, got me through some things. So I'm like, okay, I can dance on my own, and, like, that kind of thing. Obviously Beyonce. Like... Obviously, I like Beyonce. I'm not a diehard Beyonce fan.
No, that's me.
That's you. Rihanna.
Rihanna. We all love Rihanna.
Yeah. Carly Rae Jepsen. I like her.
You like Adele.
I like Adele. But I prefer my Mac.
Oh my god, I was like, what?
I'm sorry, I was trying to make a joke, and I'm like, okay, you're like a little bit into your tequila drink.
Yeah, it's so good, you guys.
I will say, get ready for when we put the... I'm sorry, my words. Get ready for when we put the...
See? Like, we enjoy it. Yeah.
It's really good. I think this tequila drink is one of my favorite pop stars.
Yeah.
She
has Bob after Bob.
She has the range for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like how I feel. I just don't think that Britney...
who would you consider someone who is slept on?
Who slept on?
Yeah, like someone who you really like.
And... I guess unpopular... Well, maybe popular opinion. Well, I think unpopular opinion with you, because I know your feelings towards her.
Okay.
I really like Lana Del Rey. Sorry! No, don't give me that look. I know. What? But, like, I like her. I don't think she's slept on, though. Like, I think people...
I was like going to say, all the sad gays love her.
Well, hello. Like, I am that sad gay boy who loves, like, Lana Del Rey and Robin. Yeah. And, like, let me just dance on my own. I love anything kind of, like, sad techno pop.
Yeah, that's fair.
Kim Petras. Lizzo. Those are, like, my two, like, new up-and-comers that are, like... They're up and coming. Those are my two that I'm like here for.
Right.
Yeah, I think those are like that's who I'm like kind of here for. I feel bad. I wish I was like a diehard Britney stan, but like
no one's asking you to, but you should at least know that.
Well, I feel like they're like no one's asking you to, and I leave here tonight, and they're like, why? Yeah. It gets like real serious. Why? Yeah, I
Well, I just think
she serves a place in this country.
she's our leader.
No, she's smarter than our leader.
That's true. All rise to the national anthem. It's Britney, bitch.
I actually would enjoy that.
Yeah.
Or it'd be Lana Del Rey's national anthem.
Yeah, I would enjoy that one.
Even more, yeah. So that's like an unpopular opinion I guess I share. I can't. Share. I'm just thinking about Cher.
Yeah.
Because I did see Cher a few weeks ago and she was fantastic.
I'm trying to think of unpopular opinion with music for me.
Yeah, do you have any for music? Besides, like, not liking Lana Del Rey?
Well...
Or Robin? Or musicals? Or Glee?
Yeah, or just, anything. Well, my top people are, who I go to are Beyonce, Whitney, Mariah, Janet, and recently I've been listening to a lot of Cardi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So those are my go-tos. Those are the people who I listen to. Just like
that's fair.
R&B, diva, makes great pop dance music or whatever like that.
Yeah. I would pluck Whitney from that list for me. Like I would bring Whitney over to my side.
Oh, I know. You said Whitney.
Did I say Whitney?
Oh, maybe you didn't. I don't know.
You're like astral projecting.
Yeah.
That like I said Whitney.
I'm trying to think of people who I don't like.
Well, you already said Barbra Streisand, so get ready for a lot of hate mail.
I never said I didn't like Barbra Streisand. I think her legacy is very deserved. I would never listen to a Barbra Streisand album.
I was going to say it's like something that you can like sit down and put on and read a book to, but you don't read, so...
Sit down.
Yeah, that's true. You're like, I don't sit down either.
Yeah, I was just like, sit down. What are you talking about? I don't know. I guess...
Yeah, there's like no one you really hate, is there?
There's no one I really hate.
Katy Perry.
That's a given.
Taylor Swift.
You hate Taylor Swift.
I do hate
I'm
her.
indifferent to Taylor
I
Swift.
do hate her. I mean, like, I don't hate her in the idea that, like, I wish ill on her. I just think that there's no need. There's no need for T Swift. I'm good.
So, what is another unpopular opinion you have?
So, this one's going to be, it's a little, going to take a turn. It's not really...
Okay.
Yeah, just turn around. Glee did that really well. Glee did that well. They did. They did. When they lift Rachel Berry up. Okay, you know what I'm talking about.
That alone just canceled your opinion out.
I did not. Okay, this isn't about Glee, though. This is bigger than Glee. This is bigger than me. This is more of like a personal thing that I think some people find unpopular. And I have rules. I got rules just like Dua Lipa.
Like who?
Dua Lipa? Is that her name?
I know you're just like Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa? Don't you Lipa off to me? No, I think that... Okay, so mine is... I have a tendency to, when I'm either in a relationship or dating someone, and you like follow them on Instagram, to continue to follow them after, we split ways. So,
well,
and here's my rule.
But there's context behind that because the two boyfriends that you've had recently that I've known you have screwed you over completely.
But when
I think that what makes it a hot take. Like, why would you continue to follow them?
Okay, but one I don't follow. One, he blocked me. Oh, he got tired of looking at my pretty face. The other, we resolved that shit. You know what I mean? Like in my life, I don't like to harbor any kind of toxicness. So, like, I try to resolve things. I try to get closure, and I got closure. Like, I feel good about that. But I even follow people that I've had, like, a handful of dates with. Mm-hmm. But they follow me back. Okay. Now, the real question is, if they unfollow me, do I have to unfollow them?
So, your hot take is that you can stay connected to your ex?
Yes.
Okay. And...
Well, like, within reason. If they've screwed you over, if they've treated you like complete shit, cancel. Like, get out of there. Why even follow them? But if, like, they've treated you poorly, but you've been able to come to terms with that, or, like, talk to them about it or something, I think that you can keep in touch. Maybe not friends, but, like an Instagram post every once in a while. Watch their stories. Okay. But like you can only do that if you're like over them, and I think that I'm like over them.
Are you saying that to convince yourself or to me?
No, I'm trying to convince you. I know that I am over them.
I'm kidding.
I think it's really hard for you because you kind of like burn bridges pretty easily.
Well, no.
No offense.
No, that's your opinion that I burn bridges.
My unpopular opinion.
Yeah, your unpopular opinion. I don't think I necessarily burn bridges. I just say, you know what, cut the bullshit. If you aren't going to have a place in my life, then you're not going to have a place in my life. Okay. And if that is too harsh, deal with it.
Well, and I think the people that I've like kept in touch with, or maybe not even kept keeping in touch, but like follow on Instagram, have been more like situationships. Sure. Less like, a serious I don't follow people that I've had a relationship for more than, like, a couple months. Like, if it's, like, super serious,
have you had a relationship for more than a couple months?
Yeah, a couple months, like, beyond 2-3 months, yeah. But, like...
What, 4?
and a half. But, like, those people, like, I've done away with them. But, you know, there's, like, a handful of people that, like, you've gotten on a few dates with, or...
Well, yeah, but those are just, like, whatever to you.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. But some people are like, no, you need to cut them out completely. Like, start anew. And in my head, I'm like, I don't know.
Well, the 2 people I'm thinking of are not the people I would consider just, like, oh, those are situations. Those were relationships.
Well, yeah, no, those 2. But then there's a couple others. Like, there's a guy named...
You're making people up.
No, there's a guy named Kyle.
Are you imagining things again?
I am not imagining these things. There's a guy named Kyle that I fell down the back of his stairs.
Have you been looking in mirrors lately?
No. And we went on a couple dates, and we still follow each other on Instagram.
Okay.
What else? He was a good kisser. He told me he had a cancer scare, though. That was kind of scary.
Well, those are casual, then, like,
yeah, like casual encounters.
And plus, the 2 people that I've cut in my life, I'm just like, they don't need to be a part of my life either.
That's true.
That's
very true.
They don't. Like, they don't serve any purpose. I don't really need to. And,
like, if their posts aren't good, like, if you're like... I think I also, like, I tend to care and I'm like, I hope everyone's doing okay.
Ooh, they are grown adults. They can handle the shit on their own.
I'm like, I hope everything's going okay. Do you ever go and look at an ex's, like, Facebook page or Instagram?
No, I block them.
Do you, but do you go on, like, Fear the Queer's Instagram and maybe check in to see how they're... No, you don't do that?
No.
I do.
You go on our Instagram to check on our...
I do. Unpopular opinion.
That's not an unpopular opinion. That's crazy.
No. Because they blocked me. So I was like, okay, well, I want to see how your life is. And this is the boyfriend who... Or the
Is that
ex.
why McDonald's shows up on the first bar?
Yeah. He is screwing me over. McFlurry... my life was a McFlurry dating him. But the one boyfriend or ex who broke up with me right when we got off the plane that I told you about, he,
I didn't know he blocked you.
He blocked me. And, which I'm just
Was that recently?
No. This is like right after I broke up with him.
Oh.
Or he broke up with me.
Interesting. Okay.
So in my head, I'm like, okay, I want to know what's going on. And what I found out is he's back with the ex-boyfriend that he was dating before me. See, that's why you keep in touch with people. You're like, I want to see how shitty your life has gotten.
But why does that matter to you? Why does that help you grow as a person?
It doesn't, but I have a pride issue, okay? Like, I think it's just like you just want to know what's going on.
I find it more satisfying being like, hey, you know what? Bye. Fuck you.
I mean, yeah, but like, I also like to know what's going on.
Why?
I like the tea. No, don't say their names.
But Kyle has a type. Broken twink boys. Who are younger than him.
Well, okay, I have a young spirit. Or maybe I have an old spirit.
You have an old...
I'm like Grandmother Willow.
Yeah.
I'm Grandmother Willow trying to date everyone.
And you're stuck in your stump.
I'm like, hey, Pocahontas. Pocahontas, come here. Let me give you advice that you don't want.
Yeah.
Grandmother Willow is that friend.
Right.
She's like, don't date him. No, actually, doesn't she tell him to go? She's like, go.
Yeah, she's like, go follow your heart.
Follow your heart, Pocahontas.
Anyway.
Pocahontas is like getting fucked over by some white guy. Story of our lives.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Personally, I don't think I could ever... Well, in theory, it works. And
yeah. I'm great at being a theory.
In theory, keeping in contact with your ex works.
Light contact. Like, we're not buddies.
Right.
Yeah.
It never has worked with me. Even with the girl I dated. We're not in contact anymore. Yeah.
I actually still follow people who... Like, the girls I've dated. Like, in high school.
Yeah.
So, like, we're still, like... But we're not, like, me. There's, like, no... I'm kind of like a, hey... as long as we're all cool, I'm good.
I guess for me, my mentality is just like, we're good until we're not good. And then when we're not good, there's no place in you in my life.
That sounds like a Tumblr post.
Like, okay.
When we're good, we're real good. When we're not good, we're not good. And there's no place for not good in my life.
Well, I think that's a fair assessment. Like,
yeah, I mean, like, if someone does you wrong, don't fuck with them.
Right. I don't know. That's just my mentality. I don't think... Because I'm surrounded by a lot of other people who I love and support and people who will be there for me. So if I already have plenty of people in my life who I can turn to.
Right.
I don't need that to hang on to that one person.
And again, someone who was like really bad.
Right. Yeah. And, well, or just people in general who are just like, you just don't fit in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Thank you. Next.
Thank you. Next, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Ariana.
Yeah.
She's overhyped. Thank you. Next.
That meme will never die. I wish it would.
Well, thank you. Next. To that meme.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just me.
Meme. That's just meme.
That's just me. I like how that turned in from, like, unpopular opinions about just, like, general things, and then we just had, like, a deep conversation about our dating lives.
I think it's interesting because I was trying to be light, easy breezy, and just like, I love musicals. I love Glee.
You brought up the
happy.
X first.
But I'm, like, cool with it.
Sure.
Some people aren't, I guess.
No, I'm just defending my opinion.
You're like, no, I'm defending my opinion.
It's my opinion!
Like, I'm like, it's my unpopular opinion that, like, I'm still chill with people that I've dated. And you're like, no!
Don't do it!
Don't do it, Barbara! Don't do it! And I'm just like, I'm gonna. So I guess whether you still keep in touch with your ex or, you cut them out and scorch earth entirely, we all have our opinions that we can keep. And no one is banging on the door saying, we hate you!
Not yet.
So not yet. I think they might.
Leave your comments about it, though.
If you want to contact us, feel free to email us at fearthequeerpodcast@gmail.com. You can find us at Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Instagram, all at fearthequeerpodcast.com. And as always, I'm Kyle.
And I'm Josh.
And we're Fear the Queer. Bye!